before puck drop. So if you're just joining us, we're trying to have Grayson Carr draw out the PSA for us. We may have to catch it on the next broadcast. We talked about dot lines and how we want to play inside them. Defend dots out, play dots in. We're looking for structure. We're looking for zone setup, zone entry. Get our play set up and start to build confidence with our support system and the puck movement today. We're back for AYHL action against the junior club. Know them well. As I said, they look to have 99 problems, but the white-collar loudmouth is not one. PHC's gathered at their nets. They break from their net. They'll go to their bench for some last-minute adjustments. Stay with us, and we'll be underway. It appears Ellie Shaw will get the start in net. We're waiting for PHC to break from their bench with my favorite cheer in hockey. 1, 2, 3. Who are we? PHC. They break. Coach Sauer sends out Max Roach. Between L-Dog, Logan Putrero, and Beast Mode, Brock Dannenhauer. With Michael Witten and Joshua Fazio on the back end. Ellie Shaw to get the start in net today. Puck is dropped. This one back to Witten. Witten will chip it ahead. Logan Putrero will step across. He steps across the top of that house. Puck's tipped aside. Fazio follows it up. Puck in on net. Save made by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. The Junior Flyers looking to come the other way. Fazio will close the gap on that. And push it down the wall where we're covering his own corner. He's going to use his own net. Throws the brakes on. We'll reverse it back up. Fazio will use his net. Plays it across to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer plays it right back out in the center seam to Rochi. Rochi drives. He's driving wide. Gets into the Junior Flyer lane. He's playing the black across that house. Paddle the side. Chipped back out. The PHC defense will grab it and use their own net. Come around, get back to the forehand. Pass is made up to Logan Putrero. He'll step off that wall with it. Plays it back to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer will gain the line. Gets to the top of the house. He turns, he fires. Blocker save made by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. So if I can issue any in-game, we will want to keep shots low. Get plenty of traffic to the net. And then follow it with bodies to the net. Offensive zone draw. To the right of the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. We got Declan Spittle out between Johnny Gerberbeck and Dylan Pacelli. Billy Maurer will collect this at the point. He'll throw it back down. Gerberbeck will collect, put it behind the net for Spittle. Spittle looking to play it back out in front. Fighting through. Junior Flyers skates. Junior Flyers chip it forward. Maurer will keep. Pacelli's along that wall. Junior Flyers collect. They throw it out in the neutral zone where it'll be picked up by PHC. They'll turn, get their toes up, flip that ice to Spittle. Spittle will get it back into the Junior Flyer zone. It's fired in. Loop around the net. They fire it back in on net. Save made. Recovered by Pacelli. Turns, he fires. Gets up and over the net. Spittle will click behind the net. Plays off the end boards to himself. Looking to move it out in front. Trying to get to the seam. Carr will step to this one. Stick aside by the Junior Flyers. Nunez will step to it. He'll get his toes up. He flips the ice to Spittle. Spittle will wheel it up to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's going to get across red. He'll put it deep. But it's picked off and thrown back out into the neutral zone. Ethan Nunez goes back to collect. He's going to go D to Carr. Carr chips it off the boards. The Junior Flyers play it back in offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off just out front of PHC's bench. Max Roach between Max Anuccio, Lucas Sauer. Brady Card, Ethan Nunez on the back end. This was chipped out in the neutral zone. And the Flyers will collect to take it into their own end. It's played back up the wall and played back in offsides. So now we'll have a neutral zone face-off just outside the Junior Flyers bench. Which moves this one to Sauer. Sauer turns and fires it in. It's played up the wall and played back down. Nunez is going to get to this behind his own net. He'll throw the brakes on. We'll play at the car. We'll get it. Play it up the wall looking for Sauer. Gets past Sauer out to the point. Thrown back into the near corner. Mitchell will try to play with it on the wall. Trying to chip it past. He's outnumbered, but he gets it out. It's kept in at the point. Thrown back in where Carr will go behind his net to collect. He's going to collect it. It's on edge. He's trying to settle it. Plays it ahead. Gets it in the neutral zone. Play it back in offsides. That one may want to go all the way. Young referees, though, they'll opt just to go right outside PHC's bench. So Declan Spittle between Pucciarello and Matt Dannenhauer. Fazio and Witten on the back end. It's played into the zone. Spittle's trying to find it in some feet. Dannenhauer gets a stick on it. Junior Flyers kick it back out in the neutral zone. They're going to gain the line. The end of the line, they picked off. Good back pressure, good stick in the lane by Declan Spittle. It's played back across. Fazio and Dannenhauer step to that one. Gets lost in the feet. Junior Flyers pick it up. Witten's there to collect, recover, and throw it back out in the neutral zone. Dannenhauer picks this one up. He's across the red. He's across the blue. He's got numbers if he hurries. He gets to the dots. He turns. He fires. Blocker save made by the Little Flyer goal keep. Again, we're going to want to put shots low and get bodies to the net for the rebounds. Witten will walk down the board. So get to the dots. He'll play it back across. Finds his man at the top of the house. Fired up high and over the glass. Or hits the glass. It's played back out in front. Dannenhauer collects. Puts it off the boards. He'll walk. He'll play it back down to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer will step off those inside the dot line. He'll leave it for Fazio. Fazio will turn and fire. Gets through low. Saves made. We collapsed a little low there, but Spittle able to collect, and then he regroups and puts it behind the net for a cycle with Pucciarello. Pucciarello trying to step off the wall. He's met by a stick. Gets out in the neutral zone. Collected by Fazio. Fazio will pull back up. Look to chip it forward. Junior Flyers caught in the chains. They get off with no one touching it. So no extra men at the party. It's played in. Dannenhauer will get on this one. Witten trying to find that puck. Spittle's in there digging. Bulldozing through like he's clearing earth on a construction site. Junior Flyers pick it up, step off the wall. Get out in the neutral zone. Dannenhauer gets a stick on him. Walks in. Fazio's there and contained. Breaks up the forward progression. And Dannenhauer's going to come the other way. Drags past. He plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle's got his toes up. He's got his head up. We've got numbers at the line. Plays it back across for Dannenhauer. He turns. Fires it backhand off of swing pad. Recollects and fires it just wide. So Pucciarello will grab it on the wall. Throws it up to the point where Maurer will put it down the wall. Gets Spittle behind the net. Spittle reverses up. Looking for support. Pucciarello will get in after it. It's thrown up the wall. It's kept in at the point. Slap shot. Gets through. Gets wide. Spittle was tackled in front. So someone's going to the box for a roughing. I think it's the Junior Flyers. So Junior Flyers will go man down. That means we are on a power play brought to you today by none other than Dunlop's Bar and Grill. We got Max Roach, Johnny Gerberbeck, Dylan Pacelli up front. Billy Maurer on the point. Behind Max Roach. Roach resets. He's waiting for the explanation at the Junior Flyer bench. Roach wins this one on the sideboard. Gerberbeck will get it and work into the corner. He's hit and pinned. He plays it behind the net. Roach will collect. Will step out the far side. Plays it to the point. Goes D to D. Maurer steps. He's got white ice in front of him. He walks it in. He'll go back to his partner. He goes down the wall to Roach. He'll play it up the wall. Not hard enough. Junior Flyers will collect, and now they're moving the other way. They cut back in the center. Lines good back pressure by Max Roach. Gets to the wall. Maurer will use his own net. Throw the brakes on. Doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to go D to D. It's collected and pushed forward. Pacelli has the puck sticked away from him in the neutral zone. Puck battle ensues. Pacelli plays it out into the center seam. Gerberbeck will go back to collect this one. He shoulder checks. Puts it up the wall. But the Junior Flyers will read it and push it deep. So we're a little unsettled, a little unstructured to start this power play. Maurer chips it forward to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck will play it out to Spittle. Spittle will get his toes up. He gets into the neutral zone. He's got Pacelli and Gerberbeck coming with him. He drives wide. He gets back to the forehand. He drops for Gerberbeck. Junior Flyers stick it away and play it forward where Nunez will step to this one. He's going to walk out. He's going to wheel it up. Spittle will gain the line. Will put it deep. As the Junior Flyers kill that penalty kill off, they play it deep. Spittle's in there and support. Pacelli collects. He's going to walk around. He plays out in front to Spittle. Spittle tries to put it back on net. Kicked aside by the Junior Flyers. Carr will collect and will throw it into the corner. Pacelli will collect it. He's trying to put it down into the corner. Nuccio puts it to the point. Nunez goes D to Carr. Carr will walk. He's got a lot of white ice. He winds. He fires. That gets up off the glass. Good puck movement. We want to shoot low, though, as I keep saying. We all love to go high here. We're going to want to go low. Carr's going to move. He's going to close with his body. Get it out of harm's way. That's left for Nuccio, and Nuccio's going to play it to the point where he should be covering. They'll walk in. They'll flip it in. Ellie will block her this aside. Nunez will collect. He puts it up the wall. Good first pass to Lucas Sauer, who has a step. He gets across the blue. He's inside. He gets to the dots. He turns. He fires. It's blocked off. Rebound put back by Declan Spittle. So as I talk about all the time, we get pucks to the net, followed up with bodies going to the net with the stick on the ground. Declan Spittle is one of the best doing it. Puts it home for the first strike of the day. Started with a good pass out of the corner from the defender. I think it was Ethan Nunez, but we'll have to go back and watch tape there. So we'll line up for the center ice face-off. Max Roach between Nuccio, Sauer, Witten, and Fazio on the back end. Junior Flyers collect it. They jump the lane. They get in. They turn. They fire it wide of Ellie's net. Fazio will get to the sideboard, so he'll push this forward. Roach collects it, plays it off the wall to Sauer. Sauer's going to drive wide. He gets to those dots again. Turns in, fires, save made, rebound opportunity by Nuccio. Put back, saved by the Junior Flyer goalie. Fazio will collect and keep it in at the point. Roach, top of that house, fires in, hits a stick, doesn't get great wood on it. Saved, fought off by the Junior Flyer goalie. Sauer keeps it active along the wall. Junior Flyers are forced to play it back behind their own net. Gets out to the other side. Nuccio will cut that off. He's got Roach playing above it. Comes in on support in the F2. Playing 2-on-3 here. Puck's bouncing around. Bounces out, gets out past Michael Winton, gets into the neutral zone. Fazio will close on it as he calls off the other two. He's going to use his own net. He's going to find that center ice. He's going to reverse up. He's hauled down. He will go back to the man up. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. It's right there, right up above Ellie's net. Stop in. I would love to tell you they have college football on, but I think they have poker on television. Tell them Matt Spittle sent you today. You might get a discount. So we'll come down. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Junior Flyers goalkeep. We have Max Roach out between Pucciarello and Dannenhauer with Maurer in the shooting lane. Roach wins this one to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer steps off that wall, gets behind the net. Playing on the forehand, he'll chip it up the wall. To Maurer at the point. Maurer will turn on fire. Kick this side by the Junior Flyer defender. Dannenhauer will collect. He'll walk it up. He's going to turn. He's going to get his toes in. Gets across the top of the house. He loads. He fires. Gets up over the net. Again, I want to see shots low with a lot of traffic going towards that net. Maurer will go back to Dannenhauer in the center of that house. He plays it to Pucciarello. Pucciarello is going to walk up the wall. He's going to go far point. Far point winds, fires. Fought off by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. Matt Roach putting the put back. So again, getting bodies and sticks on the ice going to the net. It's that easy. We'll reset for a neutral zone face-off. Declan Spittle between Pucciarello, Dannenhauer, with Carl Nunez on the back end. Spittle tries to push this one forward. Tries to fight through the Junior Flyers. Junior Flyers jump the lane to gain the line. Carr will push him outside the dot line. They walk back in. They fire it off the side of the net. Carr will collect. He's going to go first pass to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer gets his eyes up. He thought about flipping that ice, but he's going to skate this one. Gains the line. Loads, fires. Butterfly save made, and he hangs on to it. Good rebound control by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. We'll have an offensive zone draw to his left. Same personnel out there. Spittle looking to play this one to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer cheats the lane. Junior Flyers put it into their corner. It'll be rung up the wall where Nunez will collect. He's playing on the backhand but wins the battle. Pushes it down the wall. It's chipped out in front. Carl step to this one. He's going to alertly just play it into the corner. Puchero will pick it up. Will turn off that wall with it. Turns into traffic. Junior Flyers throw it up the wall. Kept in by Carr. Carr's hauled down. He's going to play from his knees. He gets the support of Dannenhauer, who pops it up in the corner. And now we need to switch and reset so that we get our defenders onto their forehands. Played out into the neutral zone. Cut off by Puchero. Put up the wall to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer will get across the blue. He's walking in. He gets to the dots. He fires it through. Stick to side by the Junior Flyer goalie. Dannenhauer will collect it. Puts it off the end wall looking for Spittle. Dannenhauer's tackled. Junior Flyers will collect. Come back up the wall. Play it out into the center where it's picked off by Joshua Fazio. Fazio does a nice pirouette. Plays it forward. The Junior Flyers will play it back ahead. Collected by Fazio. Fazio does what I wanted him to do. He plays it across ice into the center seam. Witten will gain the line. He gets wide. He drives past. He fires. And it's in the back of the... no, not through the wickets. He hung on to it. Black pads. I got a little confused. I thought hands went up. But the Junior Flyer goalkeeper fights it off from that angle. We'll have an offensive zone draw to his right. Declan Spittle out to take it. He's got Gerbevec with a forehand shot coming off the wall. Pacelli trying to raise havoc in front. Maurer, Witten, and Fazio at the point. Witten collects. Will turn up as he thought to go D to D, but Junior Flyers had closed on that lane, so he puts it down the wall. The Junior Flyers will collect. They'll look to move it out in the neutral zone. They'll play it forward. It's going to be icing as it was played from the wrong side of the red line. So we're going to come 200 feet for another offensive zone draw to the right of the Junior Flyers goalie. Looking to win this one back. Spittle tells him what he's doing. He's either going to get it to the shooter or he'll bring it back, and it's got to be a quick play. The guy out in the shooting lane. But the Junior Flyers will put it into the corner. PHC gets after it. Spittle playing above it with good puck support. Picks it off. He plays it back across door. Fired in. Nice save made. Read by the Junior Flyers goalkeeper. So he's making some big stops here early in this one. To keep him in this one early. Moving well left to right. Spittle will tie up. He's looking for the over-under. You don't get there. Spittle gets there. Plays it down the wall. Puck bounces out into that center seam. Junior Flyers will collect and play it out in the neutral zone. Witten will collect it. He's going to go back down the wall where Spittle pushes it forward. Pacelli and Gerbevec will put the pressure on. Junior Flyers will go back behind their own net. Spittle will get above it. It's kept in by Michael Witten. He finds white ice. He finds a seam. He gets in. He turns. He fires. And that's in the back of the net. So Michael Witten, good aggressiveness. Stands at the line even though he was the weak side D. As Fazio, his partner, was trying to keep it in. He holds the line as well. Finds some seam in that white ice and then goes in and fires it low. So as we're finding, the Junior Flyer goaltender pretty good up top. We want to get pucks low and then get bodies and confusion going towards them. This one's played back for PHC. We'll collect it, hang on to it, and then play it up the wall. Junior Flyers will collect. We'll use some extra real estate, go back behind their own net. They're ringing around. Nuccia cuts it off. Puck battle ensues. Roach is there in support. Roach comes off the wall with it. Plays it out in front. Looking for Sauer. Gets it across 85 feet to the sideboards. Sauer pushes behind the net. Is the Roach. Roach does a nice 10-2. Sells it with his toes caps. Reverses it back up the boards where Nuccia will come off. He goes far point. It's going to be walked in. Turns, fires. Hits a Junior Flyers in the breezers, and it comes the other way, but it's kept by Maurer. Roach collects. He fires just wide. Nuccia will get after it. Roach gets in on it. Maurer will read this one and try to get to it. He keeps it live and active. Roach steps off the wall with it, plays it across for Sauer, gets into his feet, unable to get wood on it, and put it back. But Sauer gets after it with the support of his F2, Max Roach. Roach trying to find it, playing 2-on-3 right now. Roach gets it, trying to kick it out in front, plays it back out in front, looking for a neutral, gets paddled aside by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper, and they're coming the other way with it. They put it out into the neutral zone. PHC will collect, will go D to D. Maurer will use some white ice. He gets across the red, gains the blue, makes a move. He's hauled down. Arms do not go up. Junior Flyers collecting. They're coming the other way. Roach able to cleanse in that. Gets in towards Ellie. Makes the save. Leaves it for a defenseman who come out the other side of the net with it. Roach will collect. He plays it to Downhauer. Downhauer's going to get above the blue. He's going to get above the red. He's above the other blue. Driving down the wide. Gets picked off by an orange stick. Now this one's played forward. Spittle plays it back in towards the Junior Flyers net. The Junior Flyers will collect, will push it up the wall into a lot of bodies. It bounces off. Downhauer leaves it for Pucher, who leaves it for Spittle. Spittle turns, he fires. Gloved aside and fought off by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. Junior Flyers will use their own to come back around. Sneak down that wall, trying to play it back up. Play it out into the neutral zone. Or puck battle ensues. Carr picks it up. He's going to get onsides. Steps across. He puts it into the corner. Downhauer will step around the net. Nunez will step to it. They play it back on the center. Downhauer collects. He drags past one, trying to get back to his forehand. Sorry, I got lost watching the puck. Played back forward. Spittle will get after it in the corner. Pucher is trying to put it down into the corner. Walks off the wall with it. The Junior Flyers have the puck and they're moving the other way. They're back and contained. Carr will push outside the dots. Fired in, kicked aside on a shallow angle, but Ellie Shaw standing tall. Carr will tie up. We're trying to pin this one out. In front, Pucher takes it behind his own net. Horn will sound. Slow to get started. But as we get started and we start getting pucks and bodies to the net, we expect more action. Stick with us. And we'll be back for live second period action. All right, Ellie Shaw will take the net down the far end. We will line up. We have the far change in the second period. What we would like to see here, a little bit more head manning the puck. We're doing a fairly good job on that first pass and then playing it back out into the center, but we're still skating that neutral zone. The neutral zone, 50 feet to work with, blue line to blue line. I would like to see one, if not two passes, get a zone entry, drive wide, and as I said, look for structure and set up, working low to high and then back across east to west. Spittle out between Downhauer and Pucher. He wins this one forward. He jumps to it. He gets over the line. Met by a Junior Flyer stick, but he'll play it down in the corner. He'll get played back across into the far corner. Downhauer will get to this, trying to play it to the point. Where Winton will step in and play it forward, but it hits a orange shin pad and comes the other way momentarily. Pucher gets in after this, looking for puck support. Winton will step to it. Pucher walking up the wall, trying to get off that wall, met by an orange jersey. Winton goes D to D. Fazio tries to collect this. He walks in, he gets to the dots, he turns, he fires. Back out in front, trying to look for a bounce or two, but fought off by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. Winton will walk, he'll go D to D. Fazio will walk. He's in a reverse, he plays it back to Downhauer. Downhauer steps down that center lane, fumbles the puck at the dot. But good idea, good puck movement. Played down the wall to Pucher. Pucher will put it far corner. Spittle will get there. Now he's looking to step off the wall. Gets off that wall. He plays it across in front. Junior Flyers stick it away momentarily. Downhauer will collect. He'll walk down the wall. He plays it back to the point. Fazio will step. He plays it back to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's going to turn when he's going to drag past one. Into that Royal Road. He steps. He fires. Big stop made by the junior flyer goalkeeper. He's keeping this one a game, playing his position today. So we'll have a offensive zone draw to the left of the junior flyer goalkeeper. Keeps his eye on that puck. Low, getting leverage. Looks to win this one. Gets to the sidewall where Pacelli will collect. Will put it in the corner. Roach will get after it. Gervivek gets it in the far corner. He's going to play it back to the point. Maurer will put it back down. Gervivek looks to find Roachy. Roachy tries to play it back to Gervivek. Gervivek will go back to the point. Maurer will walk. Gets to the top of the circle. Plays it down the wall. Looking for Gervivek. Gervivek lets it get through. Pacelli will get it in the far corner. Roach will win this battle. Walks down the wall. Turns up. He's going to go back to the point. We got a lot of white ice in front of us. He turns. He fires. Love save made as that puck was sailing and going wide. But again, moving right to left. Very strong. Impressed with the lateral movement of the junior flyer goalkeeper today. We'll reset. Offensive draw to his left. Roachy leaves it for Pacelli. Pacelli turns. He fires it back across. It's off the paddle. Down around in front. Roachy collects. He turns. He fires. Up and over. Gets into the corner. Junior Flyers will collect. Will come up the wall with it. It's cut off by Pacelli. Trying to chip it. It's kept in momentarily. It gets back out into the neutral zone. Whistle dead for the offsides. Both coaches will use this stoppage. Now for a shift change. So Spittle will take this one between Anitsiuk and Sauer. Got Ethan Nunez out on that center dot. We could play it back to him. He would add some white ice, but it's pushed forward into the junior flyer zone. They collect and throw it back out in the neutral zone. Nunez will step to this. He'll get it deep into the junior flyer zone. They're going to go behind their own net. They're going to ring it around those boards. Throwing out the boards. Carr will keep. Puts it off the sidewall to Spittle. Spittle walks out into the center seam, turns, he fires, and he hits iron. Planks the iron as that puck had some eyes. Played up. Gets past them. And he'll go 200 feet, but no icing. Nunez will throw his brakes on. He makes a good first pass to Sauer. Sauer looking to play it ahead, met by some orange jerseys. Will fight through it, chips it forward. Spittle gains the line. He's got a Anitsiuk with him. Drags past, he's inside, he turns, he fires. Big stop made as he kept his nose to the puck. Junior Flyers goalkeeper doing a hell of a job today. So we're going to have to make a move east-west. It's hard, as we talked about in previous broadcasts, defending and certainly playing the goaltending position, moving east to west and west to east. But he's doing a good job of it, so we're maybe looking for one more pass. Offensive zone draw to his left. Put into the corner. Puck will be played around in the far corner. Winton will step and keep that one. Chipped back forward out in the neutral zone. Joshua Fazio cuts that one off, and he'll play it back forward. Max Roach picks it up. He's in all alone. He turns and fires. He hits glass. Played back out in front. Dannenhauer can't connect. Roach will pick it up. Walks down front. He turns. He fires. Up and over. We're looking for shots on goal here. We're clanking the glass. He's not the only one. A lot of them have rung it off that back end glass several times today. Dannenhauer will collect this one. We'll regroup. He plays the Winton. Winton hits Max Roach out in the center seam. He plays it ahead for Punchera. Punchera is going to step down the wall. He's going to gain this puck. He'll walk into the corner. He'll reverse back up. He's got Roach there in F2 support. Junior Flyers will play it around the far side. Winton will step to it. Winton collects. He plays it back out in center. Fazio will try to surf this one. The Junior Flyers chip past. Fazio will get back to this one. That's why we call him the Flash. He'll chip past one. Can't get it past the second. Junior Flyers win it forward, but Winton's there to collect. He pushes it right up to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's got Roach in the center. We're going to freeze at the blue line. We'll drive wide. We'll try to buy some time. He turns, he fires, gets wide. Wraps out to the far point where Fazio will get it. He'll throw it towards the net. It's kicked aside by a junior flyer defender. Pucciarello in after it, looking for support. Junior Flyers get it back above it, but Pucciarello able to get back above it pretty quickly. Forces them back down the wall where they'll come out the other side. This one will get out in the neutral zone. Max is going to throw the brakes on. He's going to gain the line. Got Pucciarello on that far side. He finds him. Pucciarello's at the dot. He turns. He fires it back in through the wickets. So that puck comes about 60 feet. We get back to the dot line. As a right-handed shooter, he's thinking, what are my options? What are my angles? Instead of going far, Pat, he goes right between them. Along the ice. Good puck movement. Started in the neutral zone. Rochi had his eyes up. He moves it. We move east to west, and then we put it back west to east. Logan Pucciarello tickles the twine for PHC for the fourth time today. PHC will get this behind their own net. They'll go D to D. Chipped up the boards into the ref skate. Puck's bouncing around. Rec will play it ahead. Spittle finds Pacelli leaking down the far side. Pacelli will be met by a orange jersey. We'll push it into the corner. Spittle will collect. He's going to circle it back. Play back out in front, and that's where we go. That's tic-tac-toe. That's a cycle. Hey, we've seen them work on that in practice. And when it's done in the game, it looks pretty. Nothing you can do about that one. Good puck movement behind the net and then right back out into that center seam as the goalie's looking over his shoulder, trying to find the puck. It's deposited. So the twine is tickled for the fifth time today. Rochi wins this one back. It gets back to Nunez. Nunez will collect. He's going to use some extra real estate. He'll turn up, throw it up the boards. The wingers are still a little high. Nuchuk will collect. Will play it back out into the center. He finds his wing partner, Sauer. Sauer headmans it to Roach. Roach trying to drag past the defender. Second option. Trolls will come around. He's looking out in the center. He's going to go to the point. Carr will walk. He'll turn. He'll fire. Looking low. Good thought as we're trying to tip it in. In the process, Sauer gets a stick removed from his hands, but no call. Nunez will keep. It's played back forward. Nuchuk will collect. He's going to go back to Carr. Carr's going to go right up to Sauer. Sauer's going to enter the line. He's going to look to the center. He turns. He fires to the net. Gloved off by the junior flyer goalkeeper. Nuchuk will try to step to this one. They walk past. They throw it up the wall. Nunez will get back on it. Takes a look. Puts it up the wall. The junior flyers read it and pick it off and put it back down into the zone. Nunez will step. He's going to come D to D to Carr. Carr will collect. It gets onto the forehand. Thought about footing that ice, but he plays it back forward. Sauer, who pushes it ahead for a Nuchuk. Nuchuk will put the forecheck on, bring it around. Sauer cuts it off, puts it down the wall. And he played up the wall. Puck battle ensues on the half wall. Comes towards Carr. Carr steps down the wall, pushes it forward, tries to get it off the wall. Chipped pass out of the neutral zone. They flip that ice, and then they're coming in on Nunez. Nunez good contained. It's fired up and over Ellie's net, where Nuchuk will get after it on the home wall. Push it forward. Nunez is going to collect this one. He's going to turn, stop, get back to his forehand, and now he'll come back behind his own net. He'll go around the boards. Carr will step towards it. He's going to push it up the wall. Downhauer comes off the wall with it. Trying to flip that ice, looking for a Nuchuk. We were leaking behind the junior Flyers as they were playing inside that dot line. Nuchuk makes a move, drives down the wall, will gain the line, and now we pull up for a change. Thrown in, stick aside by the junior Flyer goalkeeper. Downhauer will get after it. It's played up the wall out into the neutral zone. Fazio impedes forward progress. Spittle picks it up. He gains the line. He plays it for Downhauer. Now it turns and fires, and that gets back in the net. That is a nice puck movement, no look pass, and a nice strong release. Not a large windup, but very powerful coming off that blade. Puts it about 8 inches off the ice, right below the blocker. Hardest save to make in hockey. Good shot selection, even better puck movement. Declan Spittle with the no look backhand pass. Spittle will push this one over to Downenhauer. Downenhauer tries to chip it forward. He'll get across the red and skate it in himself. He'll play it out into that center seam, looking for Spittle. Spittle will get on the forecheck, takes a great angle to the puck. It's rung around the wall. Puchero gets above it, pushes it down the wall, tries to pull up and step off the wall, but he's met by an orange sweater. And now we got 3 white jerseys in on it. Puchero steps out. He's trying to play it back across the center, looking for a streaking Michael Witten. But read by the Junior Flyers and kicked out the other way. Fazio will collect this one. He's going to come towards me on the near wall. He gets his toes up. He's going to flip that ice back into the center seam. So we're doing a much better job today getting it back out at least 40 feet, if not 85 feet sometimes, trying to flip that ice. As that one was fired down north of our red line. So we'll come down for 200 feet for an icing call. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Junior Flyers goalie. Max Roach gets his personnel where he wants them. Puck dropped. He wins it back to Maurer. Maurer will collect. Put it down the wall. Gerberbeck collects. Trying to put it back to Maurer. Puts it off an orange jersey. Bodies go to the floor. Now a whistle's going to be heard. Arms are extended. Palms go to the sky by number 86, Johnny G. As he was saying, hey, it's not on me. He was right. Junior Flyers whistled. For the cross check, power play is brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. Tom Dick Sauer sent you. So we'll reset, do it from the same dot. Junior Flyers put it in the corner. We'll put it back up the wall. It's going to be picked off at the point. It'll go D to D. We'll go down the wall into the corner, looking to set it up. It's Pacelli. We'll chip it forward. That was Gerberbeck, sorry. Pacelli comes out the far side with it. Roach picks it up. He'll get behind the net. He's on his forehand. We'll step up to the hash marks, makes a move, plays it back to the point. Point will walk. Put it back to Roach. Roach tries to get out into that center seam, trying to poke it forward. Good effort. Move the other way. PHC will come back. Throws the brakes on. And now look to flip it back across. Pacelli gets across the line. We'll put it deep. We get around the net. Gerberbeck will get to it in the corner. Gerberbeck's trying to find it. Roachy there in support. Gets that puck on his forehand, trying to come to the point. Junior Flyers had a stick in the lane. Gets to the point. Junior Flyers picked that one and we're coming the other way, but Billy Maurer's back there in support. Standing at that center line. Picks it off, fires it deep. Pacelli will get to this one. He's looking for F2 support. Spittle gets there to help him. Pacelli fights through. Gets back to his forehand. He's going to put it up to the point. Nunez will collect. He'll walk the line. He's going to go back down the wall. Looking for Pacelli. Pacelli will collect. He's in a 10-2. Steps on the puck. Loses an edge. Right up the wall. Chipped forward. And there was a guy coming out of the box changing. But it gets ahead of him. Good close back. And now we got to play it the other way. Plays it out in the center. Sauer trying to play it back ahead to himself. Junior Flyers able to recover and try to chip it out, but Spittle keeps it active. Second effort gets out of the neutral zone. Spittle will collect. He's going to go D to D to Nunez. Nunez will collect. He's trying to play it back across. It's picked off by the Junior Flyers. They step in. They fan on the shot. Puck's at the feet. Trying to find it. Ellie fights it off. Hits the side of the net. Spittle will collect. He's going to try to play it ahead. Read by the Junior Flyers. Played back in offsides. So we have a neutral zone draw just north of the Junior Flyers, or the PHC line, sorry. The Flyers step through the lane to get in, kept outside those dot lines by Joshua Fazio. They throw it back across. Good net front contain. Good gap control by Michael Winton. Roach will step this one out. He's tackled. Well, Hauser, no call there. Play it in. Puck battle ensues along the wall. First time in the neutral zone, Fazio will collect. He's going to go D to D to Winton. Winton has it. He plays it up to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer gets across the line. He takes a look. Tries it the backhand. Chips it back across. Looking for Roach, but it was in the air. Fazio will collect a walk. A fire. Hits a body. Gets into the far corner. Roach is going to get after it. Chip up the wall. Winton will step down and try to keep. Junior Flyers get north of it. We got a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Fazio's back and contained. Sticks it aside, gets it out of harm's way. Pucciarero flips the ice. Fazio's got a lot of ice. He's going to go. He's got Rochi with him. He's going to drive in. He drives some traffic. 10-2. He steps first to the dots. Fires held on to by the Junior Flyer goalkeeper. Offensive zone draw to the left, the Junior Flyer goalie. One back to the point. Fire towards the net. Stick save made. He squeezes those pads together. Good rebound control. Set up and play from the right of the Junior Flyers goalie. Tipped across. Gerberbeck trying to find it in front. Turns, he fires, he goes up top. Right over the head. It was 1-0. Nothing he can do. That's not on him. Johnny Gerberbeck chips one over the head. Junior Flyers goalkeeper. 2:24 left in the second period. Extending the lead to 7-0. Chipped across. D to D. Go D to D again. Move it up to Sully. Sully finds it, turns, fires it down the wall. Chip in the corner. Gerberbeck will collect. Drag past one. On the back end. Tries to chip it back out on the forehand. Gets it there. Declan Spittle with a stick down. Deposits that back in the net. .205 left in the second period. 8-0. The Flyers try to chip this one forward. Nunez will collect and chip it off the boards. It's lost in the feet. Nunzio plays it backwards where Nunez will collect. Nunez is going to go D to D. Get into the corner. Chipped forward by Carr. Roach will pick it up in support. And now Carr is going to go to the box for a rough. So we'll be man down. Defensive zone draw to the left of Ellie Shaw. So Roachy out there with Sauer up front. Fazio and Winton on the back end. Coming back to the point. Good pressure by Max Roach. We'll get back behind the net where Winton will close on it. Winton fights one off. Good contain, good stick in the lane by Joshua Fazio. Puck bouncing around. And that slides along the ice and into the back of the net. As we lost puck. We lost puck control. So we'll come back to center ice to ensue. Back and Spittle between Beast Mode and L-Dog, looking to get that one back from Miss Shaw. Chip forward. Bounces off the wall. Spittle will collect. Dannenhauer chips it off the wall, gets to Pucciarero, plays it back to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer steps in down that lane. He's on the back end. He turns, he fires. Gets wide of the net. Into the corner. Fazio will keep it active. Flyers collect to try to put it up that wall. It's out in the neutral zone. where there was one leaking behind, but Winton clears. Good back support by Deck and Spittle. Played up the wall, Junior Flyers keep. Step down the wall, they fire it in. Ellie makes a butterfly save, hangs on it, out in front of her. As she didn't like what she saw in front of her coming at her. Uses the option to hit the reset button. Defensive zone draw to the left of Miss Shaw. Spittle's calling his play out. We'll kick this one into the corner. Step off the wall. Chip it back out. Foot race ensues. Play it off the wall. Couturier playing above it, keeps it. Steps off the wall, drags past one. He's trying to play it back across. Is met by a stick. Good thought. Bounce around through some feet. It's into the corner. Spittle will read it. Wear it. Fights through one. Looking for support. Puck battle ensues along the wall. Dannenhauer is going to come in and support. Junior Flyers will ring it around. Come the other way. Billy Maurer meets it at the hash marks. Dannenhauer steps off the wall, plays it back out in center as the horn sounds on the second frame. 8-1 after 2 periods. Stay with us. We'll be back for a third period action in about 120 seconds. Pacelli will now step to it in the corner. It's played back up the wall. Chip back forward. Junior Flyers trying to get through that neutral zone. Barr will step to this one. He'll get his toes up. He's going to take some white ice. He's going to find him far side. Take the Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck walks at the line. Steps in. He finds Pacelli. Pacelli loads. Turns. It's off a stick. Up and over. Hits the glass. Gerberbeck will collect it. Will play it out in the center. Winton had some white ice. We thought about it. It's played back. Carr's there to gap up. Play it back across. Mac Roach. Good back support. Stick on the ice, more importantly. Taking that passing lane away. Now he plays it back ahead. It hits Gerberbeck in the feet. trying to collect it and play at the facility, but it's coming the other way as we're caught in a semi-line change. Little Flyers trying to get across that line. Good challenge by Joshua Fazio. Chip forward. Sorry as I kick the stand. Fazio will collect it. He'll play it out into the center seam. It's played back to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's going to get across the right. He's across the blue. He's got Spittle with him. Tries to drag pass. It's poked aside by the junior Flyer defender. Fazio will keep and play it back forward. We'll get in. It's bouncing around. Witten will keep. Dannenhauer will collect in the corner. Looking to play it up the wall. Look, I think we need to play a little faster, a little heavier, not rethink things. Now they're going to call Logan Putrero. Just as I'm saying, I need them to play a little bit more aggressive. We get whistled for a rough, so maybe they should stop listening to the stands and play at the pace they're playing at. So we'll come back. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. No, it was Dannenhauer. Sorry. They put beast mode in the box, Dannenhauer. 20 was going to the bench. They called one of them for the rough. It's fired in, hits a couple white shin pads, collected by Fazio, chips it forward, and Shook will get after it. Push it down into the Flyer zone. Max wasn't quite sure if that was legal or not. Little Flyers will collect it out into that center seam. They're going to try to chip it forward. Play it forward. Fazio will contain. It's fired in on Ellie. Good job by Joshua Fazio getting back east-west. Witten wears one. Nuccio collects. He's going to play it ahead. Finds Sauer. Sauer gets to the circle. He fires it in. It's held onto by the junior Flyer goalkeeper. Max Rhodes gets his personnel where he wants them. We'll put it in the corner. Smart play as we're killing this one off still. Riverback will chip it to the point. We'll walk with it. We'll go D to D. It stays in the line. Maurer will turn, will fire. Stick to side by a junior Flyer. We're going to get their heads up. We're going to try to stretch this ice. Skate it out in the neutral zone. Play it ahead. But Roach will come off the boards with it, and he's going to move the other way. Junior Flyers pick a pocket. They're coming back the other way. Net by a poke check. PHC defender. And then there's a hit and pin situation along the board. Puck bounces out in the neutral zone. Gerberbeck will put the forecheck on. It's played down the wall. Played back up the wall. So this game momentarily turned into the Junior Rebels game I watched earlier today, where the puck was just being pushed up and down the wall. When we're in that situation, it's critical to possess the puck, take a look to step off the wall and or send it via pass across the ice at least 44 feet. Roach wins this one back. Nunez will collect. He's going to put his brakes on and come back up the near wall where it gets a Gerberback. He leaves it for Roach. Roach has a step. He's going to go. He steps in, fired in on net. Good save. Another strong stop made by the junior Flyer goalkeeper. He's keeping this one in them, or keeping them in this one as much as possible. He's faced a lot of high-quality shots. He's fought off a lot. That's Grant Falver in net for the junior Flyers, and we'll give accolades where they're due. Playing a strong game, seeing the puck, staying with it. Spittle puts his personnel where he wants them. Chip forward, put up the wall. Nunez will collect. He's going to walk down the wall. We'll put it back down in the corner. It's collected by Gerberbeck. It's put back to Gerberbeck. We'll go D up to the D, high to low. Nunez is going to go back down the wall as he had some patience trying to make a play. Sully will get through this one in the corner. He's got Spittle with him. Spittle plays it out in front looking for Gerberbeck. Gets up over his stick, but Nooner will keep this one. We'll walk down the wall, play it around. So we get to Sully. Sully will play it behind the net. The Flyers will collect, try to come up the wall. Gets out into the neutral zone. That'll go 200 feet for an icing. Oh, they wave it off inexplicably. Nooner stops behind his own net. Clark throws a pick. Nooner throws a good first pass to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck plays it back out in front for Pacelli. Pacelli's got two with him. Junior Flyers wear it and push it back forward. It's put in, fired back ahead, where Nunez will collect it. Nunez is going to get to the red. He's going to put it deep. Play with a high stick. They'll touch it first, and then it'll be blown dead. For the offensive zone draw to the right of the Junior Flyer goalie. Spittle will put his first. He wants him. Says something to his D-man. He tries to win it to Dannenhauer. Spittle trying to collect. He's played out to the point. Fazio that line. Eternal fire. Unable to connect in front. Played up the wall. Winton will collect. Plays it back down the wall. Played out in front. Turns, fires. Need to shoot with purpose. And again, I would like to shoot low and get bodies and pucks to the net. Guns kept on the wall. The Flyers will now try to come out the far side. Fazio will close that gap. Chip pass, but Winton's there in support. Winton will turn and try to come the other way with it. Contreras collects. It's off the near wall. Now Spittle will push it deep into the zone. Junior Flyers will get back after it. Chipped up, held in momentarily. Now the Junior Flyers try to chip a pass. Fazio contains, pushes it forward. Dannenhauer collects. He's got Contreras with him. He drags past one, he turns, he fires. Oh, just wide as it got through. But the Junior Flyer goalie got enough of it. Keep it out of the back of the net. Dannenhauer will collect. Going to push it up the wall. Return and recover it himself, push it and turn it back down in the corner. Junior Flyers will reverse it and ring it around the other side, where Winton will step to it. Fazio will close the gap. It's out in the neutral zone. Now they're coming the other way. Fazio back, collects it. Fazio following it up, keeping it active. Winton will step to this one. Chips it forward, puck's bouncing around. Dannenhauer's going to collect. Tries to drag pass. Hits the Junior Flyers in the feet, and now we're coming the other way in transition game. Newfield will collect this one. Maxey fires it in on net. Stopped and held on to by the Junior Flyer goalie. Offensive room draw to his left. This one back. Maurer will collect it. Maurer takes a look. Turns, fires. It's kicked aside by the Junior Flyer defender. Sauer will get after it behind the net. Coach steps back across, but he puts out in front for Anunciuk. Off his skates and into the corner. Junior Flyers will get after it. Maurer will keep. They chip past. Sauer coming the other way. Sauer with good back pressure. Gets back. Stops any threat there. We'll go D to D behind the net, and then we'll wing it back up the boards, where Sauer will collect it. Looking to play it back out in that center scene. He chips it off the boards, looking for Roche. Junior Flyers intercepting. They're coming the other way, but it's picked off by Sauer. He pushes it back forward. It gets into the Junior Flyers zone. They'll bring it around the boards, try to come out the other way. Roche gets in on it. He's fighting through it. Maurer's there, trying to keep it active. We're going to play it back out in front. Chipped up the wall. We'll get out into the neutral zone. PHC has back defender. Sticks to the side, keeps it out. Gets behind their own net. Roach, nice drag. Tries to put out in the center seam. Junior Flyers haul someone down, and now we will go back up on the man-up situation. Power play is brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. If you stop in, tell them Stu Sidon sent you. You might get a discount. Spittle puts his personnel where he wants them. Junior Flyers put this back behind their own net. Sully cuts it off, leaves it in the corner for Spittle. Spittle's looking out in front. He's going to walk out in front. Looks to bury it, but it gets wide. Will get on after it himself. He's got the help of Pacelli. Pacelli walks out in front on the forehand, looking for Gerbevec. Gets through. Carr will step down the wall, keep it active. We'll fight one off, and then I'll put it down in the corner. Gerbevec looking to get after it. Pacelli there in F2 support, winning this battle. He'll use the end wall to come back around. Looking at Gerbevec, he puts it up the wall. Gerbevec will put it out to the point. Nunez in no man's land had to play it back forward. It's picked off by the Junior Flyers, but fought off by Ethan Nunez. Nunez will collect. He's going to gather this at his own dots. He'll put it behind his own net, or will get around the boards for Pacelli. Pacelli will pick it up. He's looking to flip the ice. Doesn't get good wood on a Carr, following it up, gets it out in the neutral zone. The Junior Flyers push it back, and Carr will collect this one. He's going to get back to his forehand. We'll play it up the wall to Gerbevec. Gets past him, out into the wall. Carr will collect. We'll drag back out into the neutral zone. He's got Gerbevec with him. Gerbevec collects it. He's going to get across the top of the house. He drags past the feet. It's in on the Junior Flyers goalie. He didn't like what he saw coming at him. Uses the paddle to stop it, freeze it, and hit net. Offensive zone draw to his left. 4:49 left in the third period here. Max Roach will put his personnel where he wants them. He wins it to Donenhauer on the half wall, who plays it back out in front, sticked in, kicked aside by the Junior Flyer goalie. Winton collects, he turns, he fires. Gets just wide on the outside post. It's played back in, sticked aside by the Junior Flyers, and now we're coming the other way. Fazio will close. Winton's there to take the center seam away. Good stick by Fazio. Gets out around the boards. Held in momentarily. Fire to the net. Good stick by Max Roach. It bounces. Elliot Shaw moving good left to right. Stays with that and having to make a save late here in the third period. It's played back across. Winton, good net front contained. Sticks it up. Sticks it out, and Roach collects. Will play it ahead for Donenhauer. Donenhauer's got one more to make. He's going to skate in. He's going to wind up. He's going to fire. Couturier will get to this on the half wall. We'll play it to the point. Winton will play it down the half wall. Couturier steps off the wall with it. Steps out in that PSA. He moves it across to Donenhauer. Donenhauer slides it back in the Roach's feet. He didn't get through. Donenhauer will collect. Roach will come off the wall with it now. Net by his stick, and they push it forward. Fazio collects. Steps in, fires. Fought off by the Junior Flyer goalie. No rebound opportunity, as his good rebound control there. So we'll have another offensive zone draw to the Junior Flyers left. Spittle wins this one back. Goes D to D. Now we'll push down the wall. Sauer will play down front, looking for Spittle. Spittle fighting through two, keeps it active. We'll turn it in the corner with it. Plays it back out in front, it hits some skates, it gets through. Fought off by the Junior Flyer goalie, who was sprawled out. Did whatever he could to keep that one out of the back. Sauer will collect this one on the wall. Plays it back across, looking for a Nucciuk. Stick to side, bouncing around. Sauer puts it back. Big time stop made by the Junior Flyer goalie. So both coaches will use this opportunity to change their personnel a bit. will stay to the left side of the Junior Flyer goalkeep. Roachy gets it to Pacelli. Pacelli going to step down the wall. Looking to step out in front with it. He'll drag along the wall. Junior Flyers will pick up behind their own net. They'll look to play it forward. That's fired into their bench. So we'll stay for another face-off to his left. Roachy looking to put it to Pacelli again. Junior Flyers get into the corner. Roachy picks it off, though. We'll play it back up, looking for Pacelli before Junior Flyers get into the neutral zone. They'll look to stretch the ice, flip it forward. Good stick by Ethan Nunez. Leave it up the wall for Gerberbeck. We had to catch that moving north-south. Gerberbeck collects it, chips it across for Roachy. Roachy drags past one. Pacelli will pick up in the corner. He's going to drag the wall. Steps out in front. He's looking for Gerberbeck. It's stick to side by the Junior Flyers. They're coming the other way. They're coming the other way. It's fired in off of Nunez. It'll get into the corner. Carr will get there, stick it aside. It's played back out in front. Ellie's there on the post to kick it aside. Pacelli will pick this one up. He'll leave it for Carr in the corner. Carr's going to use his own net. We'll put it around the wall looking for Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck will now step to this one. Trying to play it off the wall looking for Roach. Roach wanted it out in the center. Ping-ponged along the wall. They're coming the other way. Nunez will step to it. He's going to get a penalty late in the game here. Again, I don't think that was a slash. Roachy's giving an education to the young Junior Flyer. He must have been in his ear. Roach doesn't really talk to anyone, but I saw a finger be pointed to the scoreboard, so he's probably saying, hey, you might want to get a math tutor. As the shots might be 67-4. Score 8-1. Unfortunately. They throw it back across. He's sitting behind him. Yeah, he's in there. Not skating. Fazio will collect. He'll chip it down the wall. Danhauer will collect. Try to come off the wall. Met by a Junior Flyer defender. Danhauer gets a stick on it. Drags off the wall. He's bodied up. Someone wants to smoke. Spittle collects, tries to drag past. He's into the corner. He's all by himself. He dangles past one. He's hauled down. The arm will go up. So we'll have an offensive zone draw. 42.9 clicks left in this one. Offensive zone draw. To the left, the Junior Flyer goalie. Four-on-four hockey to end this one. Unless we have any late infractions. We're unmarked out in front. But Roachy wins it to Punchero. Punchero is going to walk all the way around with it. He's got a lot of time and space. He turns out in front. He turns and fires. Oh, he was trying to go bar down. Hits the glass. PHC will step to this one, play it off the wall. Roachy will collect it. He's going to play it back. Walk up the wall, turn, fire. Fought off by the Junior Flyer goalie. Punchero collects it. The point will walk down the lane. He'll pull back to leave it. Turns, fires off of Punchero's stick. So Roachy will step to this one. He plays it through the feet. He steps in, takes a look, fires in, fought off, and hold on to by the Junior Flyers goalie. Late in this game, making another huge stop. So Roachy will now take this one to the right of the Junior Flyer goalie. Capuccio, who wants it at the top of the circle. He puts it towards the net. Junior Flyers will stick this aside. And that should be it as the horn will sound. In, 2, 1. Horn sounds. Junior Flyers, 8-1. There's always some extracurricular. There's Logan Pucciarero, again reminding them they may want to do their math homework. All right, we'll be back with you next week in Cleveland. First showcase against some of the top teams in the country. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll be live with you next week from Cleveland. Thanks for watching.